Carolina and Company Live.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live, and happy Monday.
It's a happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a lot going on all weekend. There was something going on. We're going to talk about that a little later on. We got a show today that you're not going to believe.
Yes, we do. We have
full.
a lot
It's
of
packed.
stuff.
And a lot of information. If you want to know what's going on there, you got to stay tuned to this show right here.
That's right. But first, if you want to know what the weather is, well, listen to this.
Oh.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live on this Monday. Now, we both went to some things over the weekend, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff happening over the weekend. Let me show you what I went to. I was over at M&M's Preserve in Market Commons Saturday night to judge a chili cook-off.
Oh,
look at there.
boy.
Nicole Boone, Ed Piotrowski, and myself. Over $3,000 raised and $1,543 for the McLeod Children's Hospital. It was a great time. We had some great chili, too.
Yeah, any spicy ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We saved those for last.
Oh, okay.
And I
Good
can
way
run
to do
home
it.
and take something.
Otherwise, you burn your tongue, and then
That's
you
right.
can't taste the rest of them.
That's why we saved them to last.
Yeah, you guys are professionals.
All right, I've got something else going on, too. The 20th Annual Carolina Beach Music Awards were held at the Alabama Theater last night, and let me tell you, the Carpenter family really put on a show. Now, starting off, Dan E. Lockerman, we got to present the Entertainer and Group of the Year. That was a lot of fun. Of course, Jim Quick, there he is, he picked up Entertainer of the Year award. And Eddie Floyd, let me tell you, the man that did Knock on Wood, he brought down the house last night. And look at this now. Yes, that's right. That's her, Kelly LeBrock, from Women in Red, Weird Science, and she's a man-eater. She was there, and she signed that especially for me, nobody else.
Nice.
And, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But she's doing something now called Feed the Hungry, and we'll be talking more about that on a later date.
Oh, very
But
good.
she's going in with the Embers to help them.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, I was out there on the beach for the American Heart Association. They had their beach ride where they ride horses on the beach, and they had a really cute costume contest with people dressed up on their horses, which were dressed up. We'll try to get you some photos later this week. But it was nice. Yeah, Crystal Costa and I went out there.
Well, that's pretty good. How many horses?
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
Lots and hundreds and hundreds.
She don't know how many. All right, that's all right. Today's Monday, November 10th, and this is Try a New Recipe Day. And it's also Vegetarians Awareness Week. Anybody vegetarian?
So try a new vegetarian recipe. That might be the way to go today.
I don't know about that. Birthdays today, 1961. Let's go back to Leif Garrett. You remember him? He's 53 years old. Looks a little different now. He was in Bob, Carol, Ted, and Alice. And he's a singer. He did the cover on Run Around Sue that Dion did. 1960, Mary Hart, 64 years old, entertainment anchor for 20 years, and she was also Miss South Dakota. 1973, David Moore, 41, ABC News anchor, just took over and also doing 2020, and now the main anchor on ABC. Does a great job, too. All right, today in history, it was 1965, Days of Our Lives premiered on TV. 1991, The Carol Burnett Show premiered on TV. All right, you ready?
Ready.
These are unusual facts from the Know-It-All Department.
Unusual facts, okay.
Yeah. Do you know how a giraffe cleans his ears? Anybody know?
I bet he can reach it with his tongue.
She is right.
Yeah.
A giraffe has a 21-inch tongue, and it cleans his ears. I don't know if I want to clean my ears
I don't think I'd want
tongue.
to either, but, you know.
Wow, but that's how he does it. That's amazing. How'd you know? We'll talk about that later. All right, that's it from the Know-It-All Department today.
We have a great show for you today. You don't want to miss this, so sit back, relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Carolina and Company Live, it's a show for the community, about the community. We focus on events going on, local businesses, things that families can do together. And when I moved here, I not only fell in love with the beach, but the people here and the community. And I feel so privileged to be a part of a show like this, where we get to help the community and go out and meet them and just have fun with them and hopefully provide a fun show and an enjoyable show for them to watch.
Welcome to Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where you can find all kinds of clothes. But are you looking for accessories? They have it. Butler's has a store full of those hard-to-find accessories. How about the Peter Millar shoes? Cufflinks, including engraved. Don't forget the collegiate wear from your favorite schools. Over 1,000 ties and a lot of bow ties. Various needlepoint items from Smathers and Branson. Looking to buy or rent a tuxedo for a special event? Butler has it all. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing in Florence. If you want to look good, you better shop at Butler's. And let me tell you, Butler's is now open for their big weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They're doing open house refreshments and a lot of giveaways. And listen to this. They're going to be open till Christmas, 7 days a week with extended hours. So a lot of deals, too, if you want to go in and find some good stuff.
Yeah, good place to do your holiday shopping. And speaking of holiday shopping, you can get another jump start on it this weekend. The Dickens Show is coming to town.
It is. It's the 32nd year. Do you believe it?
Wow.
I can't believe
32 years the little elves and Santa have been coming to town to do this.
I love it.
We're excited, very excited. I just left the convention center. Santa says to tell you hello.
Oh,
and
all
all
right.
the elves are scurrying all around, and they're doing we've got the big tree done, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, there's so much there to see. I mean, you go shopping, like Amanda says, you can buy a lot of gifts that you can't find anywhere else there.
There's all types of things there that we have, from gifts and crafts and jewelry, home-baked goods. So there's all types of things.
It is, and you've got food there too, so you can shop, you can eat a little bit, shop some more. And I just love to go because it totally puts you in the holiday spirit. It gets you in the mood and it gets you ready.
Well, and it should. And another thing too, and a lot of people don't realize this about the Dickens Show, but a third of that show floor is 100,000 square feet of flow show. Okay, a third of that we dedicate to charities, local charities.
Yeah, you do the Christmas trees, you do the
wreaths.
The
Elaine, wreaths, everything.
Yeah.
Now, you brought a wreath with you today now. All right, now this is one of the wreaths from what? What is this from?
Well, this is the Festival of Wreaths, which is the Kiwanis. That's a
Okay.
charity for the children's programs for them. We also do the trees, which is for another charity, the local charity, the
Georgetown Family Justice, yeah.
Family Justice. And then we also have what we call the Festival of Whirls, which is tabletop pieces that are done, which is for warm, you know, the animal.
Right, and it's really neat to go see these beautiful things. And for example, if you bid on stuff, we might get to take it home.
Well, you do. All of that's done by silent auction that they do. But then, of course, you have 300-plus vendors that are in the front of the show, too, that have all these wonderful things.
Oh, yeah.
The jewelry and the things that I was just referring to.
I knocked out a good majority of my holiday shopping just at the Dickens Show last year.
And you don't have to have cash. They will use that card, ladies. All you got to do is take that card, and they'll use it all day long.
It's great, yeah. The ease will be finding the stuff that you want and need. The hard part is finding a place to hide it where the rest of the family can't find it, right?
Well, and also while you're there shopping, you can also eat. And we have more charities that benefit from that, too. In the Festival of Whirls, we'll have Mexican and Italian and Greece and Cyprus and all the different countries from around the world represented, and you can go to their booths and also purchase food while you're there.
The favorite part of mine is I like the candy. They bring all kinds of different chocolates and everything. You can find all that there.
Oh, and they have wonderful baklava.
You're not supposed to eat that, though. You just look at it, right? You don't eat it.
And the baklava, too.
Ooh,
that'll
yes.
look good on that plate,
Yes,
too.
that'll look good. Now, tell us when it's going on. Tell them
The
like
show
this.
starts on Thursday, opens up, doors open at 9 o'clock, shopping till 6 p.m. that night. Then Friday and Saturday, it's extended hours until 8. And then Sunday 12 to 6.
It's
if you miss
certainly
it,
the place to be.
If you miss it, there's something wrong because you need to go to
Myrtle
this.
Beach Convention
That's right.
Center. Be there. It's going on, the Dickens Christmas Show. You don't want to miss it. Stick with us. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We regularly talk about Caring in Our Lifetime. It's an organization that helps people with cancer in our area.
That's right. And Susan's with us, and Dr. Randall, that's Crenshaw or
Croshaw.
Croshaw. Okay. Well, thank y'all for being here. Now, Susan, y'all always got something going on. What's going on now?
Well, October, of course, was a busy month, and you know, we do help men and women in Horry and Georgetown County all year, not just Breast Cancer Awareness Month, with their medical bills related to diagnosis of breast cancer. And also, Carolina Regional Cancer Center is a great supporter of ours. And so we're real excited to have Dr. Randall Croshaw here. He has just joined Carolina Regional Cancer Center. And I'm going to let you just say a little bit about yourself. He's a breast surgeon.
Yes.
And, so he's from Florence area, and we're very excited to have him. Thank you for being here. And
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Doc.
Well, as you said, originally from Florence, grew up there, moved to Columbia for med school and residency, and went to Pittsburgh for a fellowship for breast cancer. I worked in Michigan for a couple of years, and now I'm very happy to be back in this area, closer to family and for my wife and myself.
And are we making any headway now with breast cancer, with technologies out there?
Certainly so. It's a rapidly changing field. It's fortunately, there are better treatments available. Certainly, things are becoming much more tolerable in the way of treatments. We're doing less as far as surgery, the treatments as far as surgery, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, radiation, all that's improving as far as where it's much more tolerable on the patient and more effective.
Now, how often should you be checked, men and women?
For a woman, still I go with the guidelines from American Cancer Society, which is yearly mammograms starting at the age of 40.
Right.
Before that, certainly they'll be seeing their doctor for a clinical breast exam and practicing breast awareness as far as self-breast exams, things like that.
And men, they probably don't usually give themselves exams. What should guys be on the lookout for? Because I know it is a problem in males too.
It is an uncommon problem in males. Usually there will be a family history if for a guy to have increased chance of breast cancer. They're looking for any sort of mass or something that's unusual for them. It's one of those things that typically guys are going to ignore. Oh, that's nothing, but get it checked out.
Yes, typical male.
Right.
They
Right.
would, yeah.
Well, I think females tend to do that too.
Sure, yeah.
But
we all do.
definitely, if you feel anything unusual, know your body and definitely get it checked out.
All right, person's needing help. How can they get in touch with you, Susan, and get some help with their
Go to our website, caringinourlifetime.com. We have our, there's a phone number on there. There's also a form to fill out if you want to apply.
All
There
right.
it is, right there on the screen.
Yeah, and
Thank you
thank
all
you,
so much for being
Cecil,
with
for
us.
wearing pink to support
Yeah.
breast
Yeah.
cancer.
Thank you.
Hey, pink shoes, check them
Pink
out.
shoes.
Gotta love it.
Well, I wish you'd have told me I had pink shoes too.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's a Monday, and now we're going to talk about Operation Christmas Child. This is a great program.
That's right, Diane. Thank you for joining us today. What a wonderful program this is. Can you explain what this is for people who might not know?
Absolutely. Operation Christmas Child is a ministry of Samaritan's Purse. It is the president of Samaritan's Purse is Franklin Graham. Many people will be familiar with him. He's Billy Graham's son. It's a ministry that targets children around the world that are victims of war, famine, disease, children that are hurting, and it seeks to reach them with a tangible gift that will allow them to know that they're not forgotten about, they're cared and they're loved for.
Now, we're talking about since 1993, over 100 million shoe boxes have been collected and sent to 130 countries.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing.
It is, and it took 20 years to do that. An amazing thing about that is those 100 million shoe boxes have only reached 5% of the children in the world. There are still 95% of the children that have yet to be reached.
Wow. All right, we want to show one of the boxes here. We can get in tight on now. Just explain, like, what's some of the stuff in here?
This is actually a box for an 11 to 14-year-old boy. You can choose the gender, you can choose the age level, and you just choose things that can go in there. In this case, there's a ball cap, some school supplies, hygiene items, things that they would not normally have access to. And most of the children who receive these have never even received a gift. These are all new items to them that they have never had before.
You got a screwdriver in there, you got a little toy in there, you got a little bit of everything.
Boys this age have to work, and those little things will help them where they live.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about kids who may never have had a Christmas present or not even a toothbrush. Like, this might be their first toothbrush ever.
Exactly, and I had the privilege of traveling to the Philippines in May to distribute this, and I found that was true. They would pull out a toothbrush. They'd never owned one before.
All right, now, how can people help? What can they do?
They can pack a box. Any box will do. This is a regular shoe box, plastic box. Fill it up. Put $7 in it to cover shipping, and drop it off at one of our drop-off sites. If you need to know where that is, you can go to SamaritansPurse.org/Operation Christmas Child.
Yeah,
there it is,
SamaritansPurse.org right there.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We
Pack a shoe
appreciate
box.
it.
Yeah, what a wonderful thing. It's so fun to buy kids gifts anyway, so do it, and it's for a good cause. Stick with us. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We are talking about legends in concerts.
Let me tell you, this is the place where you go see the stars that sound and look like the real thing. And Legends has a new show that just started last week. I think it was last week. That's right.
Last Monday.
Last Monday. And we have on the show, this is the Rat Pack is here, Dino and all of them, and it's all here. Now, Marilyn and Dino's with us. This is Stacy and Johnny. And let's take a look at them. What do you think?
Thank you ever so.
Oh, I look a lot better when I'm awake.
It's still a little early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still last night in my book.
All right, now, and doing this, how long have you been doing this, Stacy?
I've been doing it, I don't know if I should tell you. It might give away
Just a
my
few
age.
years?
Over a decade. How's that?
Wow, that's pretty good. You travel around, where have you been?
I do. I've been all over the world.
Wow, that's
All
pretty
over the
good.
world. That's right. You've probably seen me here in Myrtle Beach. I've been here 20 years, actually.
Wow,
So
all right.
You've probably seen me at one time.
I'll be looking for
I'm
you.
preserved because he has a certain thing that he uses
It's called an elixir.
All right, we got some video we're going to show that shows some of this in action with everybody. Now, who all's on the show, Johnny? Tell us who in the Rat Pack.
We have Frank Sinatra, of course, who's the leader. We have Sammy Davis Jr., myself, Dean Martin, and we have Marilyn Monroe as our special guest.
Well, that's pretty good. And y'all have a good time with this show, somebody told me.
Yeah, the show is basically a big party that the audience is invited to come to. And we do a lot of audience participation. In the show, we're doing classic Christmas songs with a little Rat Pack twist to them. Plus, we're doing a lot of the favorites that made the Rat Pack famous.
Oh, that's good. Are you doing Everybody Loves Somebody?
Of course.
Of course you got to do that.
I do Everybody Loves Somebody.
Oh. Now, Marilyn, do you do the happy birthday, Mr. President?
Sometimes I do. Oh, you want it to be your birthday? You wore your special pink shoes today.
I'd love for it to be my birthday today for you to sing to me. But this is so cool. Now, the show goes how many days a week do y'all do?
It goes 6 days a week,
right?
Monday through Saturday. And we do a matinee on Tuesday, 2 o'clock matinee.
Yeah.
And the show runs at 7 o'clock the rest of the week at night.
Yeah, and this is another good way to get in the holiday spirit. I mean, we've got a good holiday party going on.
There's nothing like bringing in the cheer with the Rat Pack.
That's
right. Holiday season is well preserved on stage at all times.
I know. It's amazing. We've lost them all. I mean, all the great entertainers, they seem to be going to rock and roll heaven, wherever that is. I'm going to go up there one day. All right. Anything you want to give me a little Everybody Loves, just a few notes?
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
Go ahead.
Oh, everybody falls in love somehow. Take it, Marilyn.
Yeah.
Everybody loves. I don't do that song.
Thank you both. We appreciate you both being on the show. You got to check it out. Legends in Concert at Broadway at the Beach. Entertainment, great stuff. We've had a great time. Is the show over?
It's over.
Time for us to go. Y'all tell them bye, everybody.
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
I do wonder.